Here at COSI, we're proud to call Columbus home. Let's go find some science around the city.
My name is Brittany Jordan. I'm the operational director over at Ohio Wildlife Center, which is where we are today. We're over at our Wildlife Rehabilitation Hospital over on Billingsley Road. We are a nonprofit organization that helps injured, sick, orphaned, and displaced wildlife. And they come to us and we try to help them out, we try to get them better, and then we try to release them back out into the wild.
Tell us about the Wildlife Center and what kind of services you provide to our community.
So first, we provide a resource for people to bring animals in need, right? So people come across an injured squirrel in the road and they don't know what to do, or maybe there's a sick bird hanging in their yard. And so we offer a service to help these animals. You know, we are more than just a wildlife rehabilitation center. We do have a educational aspect. So over on our main campus, we have a great educational team who does a lot of outreach, and they teach people about the really amazing native wild animals that we have in Ohio and how we can learn to coexist with them and why they are important to our ecosystem.
That's amazing. So how would this facility differ from a clinic where you would just take your dog or your cat?
Yeah, so treating wildlife is a lot different than treating, say, a cat or a dog, because the first and foremost rule of wildlife rehabilitation is to help that animal so that it has the ability to go back out into the wild. So essentially, things that you might do for your cat or your dog might not be things that we would do for wild animals. Like you might give your dog a wheelchair, but you're not gonna give a wheelchair to a squirrel, or even an owl. And if an owl can't fly, it can't hunt and it wouldn't be able to survive out in the wild. And so we have to think about those things when we're helping these animals and their ability to survive in the wild past treatment.
Brittany, tell us about this bat conservation project. What are its goals? What are its processes? How do you do that here?
Yeah, so bats are extremely important to our ecosystem. They play a very vital role in helping maintain our insect populations out there. It helps with disease control because they're containing those insect populations. You know, we have 13 bat species that have been known to be here in Ohio. And overall, the number of bats have been on a decline. So we've seen about a 95% rate of decline in our native bat populations over the last 10 years. And a lot of it is due to loss of habitat and degradation. Some of it is due to just disturbing of the hibernaculums when they're hibernating for the winter, and white nose syndrome as well. So white nose syndrome is a fungus that affects bats, and what it does is it disturbs them while they're in their hibernaculum and when they're sleeping, and it causes them to wake up. And they start to burn through their stores of fat prematurely. And there's not enough food available for them to survive out there. And so it causes a lot of issues, and it causes a high mortality rate in the bats that suffer from it.
Is there anything that we could do, like the average community member, to be friends to the bats? Or what should we be looking for out there?
Absolutely. There's so many different species of bats out there, and they all live in different types of habitats. So, you know, you have probably a great habitat in your own backyard even, making sure that we maintain the habitats that these bats like to live in, that we're not disturbing areas where they might be, you know, hibernating. Reducing the use of pesticides in your yard even can help. You can put up bat boxes to help as well.
How can the community learn more about the Ohio Wildlife Center and pick up these kind of tips and tricks on their own?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So anyone can go onto our website. So we're www.ohiowildlifecenter.org, and you can learn all about what we do out here. We are more than just a wildlife hospital. We do a lot of education and outreach. And so, you know, if you go to our community events page, you can see what's going on. Every second Sunday of the month, we have a free open house that's open to the public to come out and just kind of see what we do out there. So I encourage everybody to come out and check that out.
Brittany, thank you so much for chatting with us. I know I learned a lot. I'm sure everybody is going to learn a lot, and I hope that we can help save the bats out here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's our pleasure.
It was so interesting to come to the Ohio Wildlife Center's Rehabilitation Clinic. We learned so much about how they care for bats and how we as a community can care for them too. So don't forget to join us next time on Science Tour 614.